Respected viewers, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of the live coverage of the greatest human gathering, and that is Ziyarah al-Arba'een, Ziyarah al-Imam al-Hussein. 40 days after his tragic martyrdoms, we are coming to you live from the holy city of Karbala. And right now it's 4 p.m. Karbala time, that's 1 p.m. London time, 8 a.m. Washington DC time, and 12 a.m. Sydney time. So you can join our discussion. You can go on our Facebook page to check out the feed as well. And the show is dedicated towards providing you with live footages of what's going on in Karbala and outside the skirts of Karbala, on the way from other provinces to the holy city of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. This show is also dedicated towards providing you with what kind of services I provided, so when you come here you don't get lost, such as guides, the medical treatment. Today inshallah we'll talk about international processions and how they have come from outside of Iraq to establish processions either inside the holy shrine or inside the holy city, or on the way to the holy city of Karbala. But the pilgrimage, the Arbaeen Pilgrimage this year, will witness the participation of approximately 65 to 70 foreign processions, and in addition to the approximately 8,000 services processions along the way, and as well as in the holy city of Karbala. I think a week ago or 10 days ago, I got to talk with the head of the processions department of Iraq, and he stated and indicated the participation of processions from the United States, from Canada, from Britain, from Sweden, Germany, Denmark, Russia, Iran, Pakistan, India, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, and Turkey. So we do see from approximately the majority of the well-known countries are their processions are established in the holy city of Karbala or on the way to and you see, I mean, China, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Indonesia. I mean, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Imam Hussein alayhi salam has attracted the hearts of every single individual living in approximately every single country. We have processions from Nigeria, we have processions from Tanzania and Uganda, and so on and so forth. We also have from Egypt, from Lebanon. So I mean, from approximately every single country or every single continent, we have processions, alhamdulillah, from every single continent, and that's a blessing. But what's magnificent yet beautiful at the same time are the 24-hour services that are provided during the Arba'een, or the 20 days prior to Arba'een. My good friend Ahmed Ali went outside the streets of Karbala, inside the city, and he interviewed some of the processions, and it's amazing how, I mean, they try so hard not to stop the services. One of the Mawaqib he interviewed, they said that they start from the 1st of Muharram up until the 30th, the 30th of Safar. So 60 days of providing breakfast, lunch, supper, dinner, or what you want to call it, and other services. And also, and the procession, this is inside Karbala. Now outside Karbala, my brother Hussein Sukhni, he will join us in a few minutes. On the way to Karbala, whether you're coming from Basra or you're coming from other cities, you'll see processions along the way. I mean, it's amazing to see how many processions are, you know, coming together to serve Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Approximately 8,000 processions, and these processions, their services vary from providing food, drinks, whether hot or cold drinks, whether hot or cold foods, ranging from even polishing the shoes of the Za'ir. I mean, let us just listen to this. when the Za'ar comes, he goes through, various streets and various, climates. So servants of Imam Hussein alayhi salam along the road stop the pilgrim, pull him just to wipe his shoes and polish his shoes. We can see how much dedication these individuals possess within themselves. Others pull pilgrims to wash their clothes, and honestly, I think 2 years ago, when we were blessed to walk to Karbala, one of the people who, like establishers of a mawqib, he says, I beg you for the sake of Imam al-Hussein, and if you have love for Imam al-Hussein, come and eat from my food. They just beg you to eat from their food. It's not like they do it and they do it ignorant or arrogantly. No, they do it with so much humbleness that they beg you to eat from their food. You don't see any kind of services anywhere around this planet. But the Arbaeen pilgrimage, when we say it's the greatest human gathering, we are not talking about a small group of people, 1,000, like Hajj 3 million max, and they get crowded in, last year and the year before, so many people died. I think over 1,000 people died. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we never witnessed, incidents like this in Karbala. Inshallah, we will never will witness such things, because Karbala is a piece of land descended from heaven. But we'll go to my brother Hussein Sukhni, who is approximately 10 kilometers away from the holy city of Karbala, to report to us what's going on. So over to you, brother Hussein.
Thank you very much, brother Ahmed, for your insights and your words. Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers of Imam al-Hussein TV, and of course assalamu alaikum to you, brother Ahmed. Yes, I am here on the ground, here in the middle of the action, where the Zuwar, the millions of Zuwar, are calling to Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Now, me and the team out here have been out all day, all night, looking for the mawaqib that we want the world to see. We're looking for the right scenes to show you and to show the world, bringing the message of Imam al-Hussein to the world and telling the world that the banner of the Labbaik Ya Hussein unites us and Imam al-Hussein unites us. So we've been out here, we've been blessed, alhamdulillah, to be part of this wonderful, amazing, divine experience. We've been walking amongst the people, we've been serving amongst the servants of Imam al-Hussein, we've been sleeping alongside them, we've been eating alongside them, and truly it is a unforgettable experience. Each year, year in, year out, you create new memories with the Zuwar of Imam al-Hussein from all over the world. You make new friends, not new friends but new family members here, people that you will live the rest of your life with, people that you'll never forget, people you always stay in touch with, those who are on the same path as you to Imam al-Hussein. As you can see now, the people are taking advantage of the good weather here on the walk to Karbala. During the afternoon, the weather is nice, it's hot, not too hot, we've come out of the summer season, so it's good weather. People take advantage of this and walk during the day. But at night, when it is cold, they all, and after Maghrib time, they walk for a few more hours, then they find a place to rest and sleep. So alhamdulillah, we've witnessed this. We've in fact been able to serve amongst those welcoming the Zuwar. So we've seen the system and how it runs, how it's naturally formed into this. We've seen how people unilaterally walk together during the day, and they all walk knowing the maqam of Imam al-Hussein. The hadith says the one who walks to Imam al-Hussein knowing his status is as if he has visited Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on his throne. So these people, these soldiers of the Imam, these Zuwar, these pilgrims, they have come hundreds and hundreds of miles from all corners of the world, thousands of miles, They have flown here, they have walked here from furthest cities, and they have walked to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Now we will show you inshallah a continuation to a report that we done yesterday in regards to our mawkib that we went to, which committed its work, which committed its efforts to promote the youth of Hashd al-Sha'bi, the popular mobilization unit of Iraq, those who are fighting the filthy ISIS animals, those terrorists. So we went and we served alongside that mawkib, and we covered their work. And yesterday we showed you a report of the way they work, the food they serve, the timings, the amount of helpers they have, the times they welcome the Zuwar, the areas they prepared for the Zuwar. And inshallah now we'll show you the second part of that report, the part that will show you and show the world their efforts, their photography and media efforts, which have brought the message of Imam Hussein to us and the world. So we will come back after this report inshallah, and we will comment on it further, but please take a look at what we have presented to you.
Can we forget Zainab?
I'm now sitting with the organizers of the mawkib, those who serve Imam al-Hussein, and as you can see, their main objective, their main aim is to show the world through the struggle of the youth, the soldiers who are fighting ISIS, through their struggle, they want to show what happened to Imam al-Hussein, what happened to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. So we'll now ask the head of the mawkib and see what his view on doing such artwork, such work is in this field of khidmah. Assalamu alaikum حجينا. حجينا حبيت أسألكم، أنتم من أسستوا موكب، شنو شفتوا فائدة تخلون صور مثلا أبطال الحشد؟ شنو فائدتها؟ يعني هل يجون الناس يسألوكم عليهم؟ يعني توصل فكرة معينة للناس؟ شنو؟
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. بصراحة كموكب طريق الأحرار وكفريق فوتوغرافي وجدنا أنه من المهم جدا أن تكون هنالك ثقافة جديدة على طريق كربلاء، على طريق الإمام الحسين، لأن ما يقصد الإمام الحسين وما يتوجه إلى الإمام الحسين إلى كربلاء من مختلف الجنسيات واقعا، الأجنبية والمحلية والعربية والدولية. ردنا أنه نعكس في الصورة عن ما قدموه هؤلاء الأبطال، لأن لولا هؤلاء الأبطال لما كانت هذه الشعائر ولما بقت هذه الشعائر.
The brother was saying that firstly he prayed to Allah to ask for the soon reappearance of our 12th Imam, Imam Sahib al-Zaman, and he said something very important, which was that most of the mawakib, in fact nearly all the mawakib on the way from Najaf to Karbala or anywhere else, any other city to Karbala, these routes are used to welcome Zuwar, feed them and give them a place to rest, which is one of the most important things you can do. But he's saying we wanted to introduce a new method, a new direction in the mawakib, and that direction was to show the world that if not for these brave warriors, these brave youth defending our shrines, defending our honor, defending our homes, then these sha'a'ar, these rituals would not have been easy to revive in these lands. The walk would not have been as many people. Muharram would not have been revived in some areas in Iraq or in other places in the world if not for these youth. So this mawkib is in honor of those youth who are dying, who are giving their lives the way Qasim ibn al-Hasan did in Karbala, the way Ali al-Akbar did in Karbala. So we can revive the rituals of the Ahlul Bayt. We should learn from Zainab. We should. I hope that that report that we have presented to you has given you some sort of insight into the different services and the different aims and objectives of the Mawakib here on the way to Imam al-Hussein. So inshallah we can continue this work and continue offering you what we believe that is important to show the world, because the message of Hussein is not just for the Shia. The message of Hussein is for the world, and it is the duty of the Shia to revive that message. It is the duty of the Shia to revive the message through the rituals and through groups like Hashd al-Sha'bi, who have fought and given up lives of the youth, our brethren, to defend our shrines, to defend the honor of the Ahlul Bayt in these lands, in these sacred lands. So on that note, I'd like to pass it over back to you, Brother Ahmed, in the studio, and thank you very much. And inshallah we'll further down the show we will return, and then we can talk more about the atmosphere here on the walk. So back to you, Brother Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Brother Hussein. It was amazing to see such a report done on such amazing individuals who are not only defending the Shia population around the world, but they are defending their Imam, and they are hastening the reappearance of the Imam, because such individuals like ISIS try to demolish and try to destroy every single teaching of Islam, and these brave warriors have tried so hard. I mean, you can see on YouTube, you can see on Facebook and other social networks, you can see how hard they are working and how hard they are fighting to keep their traditions up to date and to keep their faith and to renew their oath with their awaited savior, Imam al-Mahdi. May Allah hasten his reappearance. We do thank Brother Hussein Sukhni for providing us with such a beautiful report. But I would like to touch upon one point, is when Brother Hussein mentioned that such warriors, they are portraying Al-Qasim, they are portraying the other individuals, the brave ones who were present on the day of Ashura. And honestly, I think it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, there was a very old man who they gave him the title of Habib ibn Mudahar because how old he was, and he was on the battlefield alongside his sons, 4 sons, and his cousins and his brothers, fighting to defend the Shia population. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So we do see that the revolution of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam against injustice is relived at our moment, because ISIS and the people like ISIS represent Yazid and the people like Yazid, and these individuals represent the companions of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, who left their homes, left their families, left the comfort of sleeping on beds and sleeping on sheets to sleeping on the floor, just to defend their faith and to defend the religion of Islam. Such individuals have to be regarded with an extremely high regard. But we'll go back to talking about the atmosphere. We do thank Brother Hussein Sukhni for showing us that. But we want to go back to talk about the atmosphere. Now, before the break, before we go into Hussein Sukhni, I was mentioning that this gathering is not any ordinary gathering, the Arbaeen. When we say that it's the largest human gathering on this planet, it actually is, because the amount of people that entered Karbala during the 10 days of Arbaeen, from the 10th of Safar up to the 20th of Safar, they range from 25 million to 30 million. And that's equivalent to a lot of countries, small countries like Bahrain, like Qatar, like the UAE, like any small country. The population of that entire country is less than the pilgrims that come to Karbala during Arbaeen. It's a miracle for a city smaller than those countries to hold people and to hold a number of people that if that country had such numbers, it'll be packed. But it's a miracle that when people come from every single corner of the world to Karbala, and the equivalent, I mean, 30 million they're expecting this year, 30 million plus. I mean, it's a huge number. You know, when we hear it, we think, oh wow, 30 million, but it's huge. I mean, I asked from the cameraman to show us what's going on right now outside our studio near the holy shrine of Hussein Abbas. I mean, it's packed. Karbala is literally packed, and we're only 7 days away from the holy pilgrimage of Hussein al-Islam on his 40th after his martyrdom. So we do see how dedicated these blessed individuals are. We do see how honored they are by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the prophets. And honestly, the angels envy Zuwar al-Hussein. The angels are also amongst the Zuwar, but they envy them. Why? It's because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed the desires from the angels. So all they do is worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and obey His commands without realizing anything different. But yet these individuals can do whatever they want. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the will to do the good and to do the bad. It's up to them to decide. Yet these individuals have neglected this world, have neglected this dunya and its desires and its pleasures to come to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. This is why the angels and the prophets envy Zuwar al-Hussein alayhi salam, because they have left everything behind and kept one individual or one city to their destination, that's Karbala. And the individuals are the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, especially Imam al-Hussein, the father of freedom, and Abu al-Fadl Abbas, the moon of Bani Hashim. As you can see, mashallah, mashallah, Bain al-Haramain is packed. I mean, you can barely walk in Bain al-Haramain. But alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we are honored to bring to you live from the holy city of Karbala, paradise on earth. Now, for the people who are coming from abroad to visit Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, on the road to Karbala, you don't have to worry, as my brother Hussein mentioned, you don't have to worry about finding a place to rest or get food as the sun sets or the sun rises. Right now the weather is pretty nice. It's not that hot, it's not that cold. It ranges from 15 up to 20, 25. Amazing weather. But at night it does get cold. It drops down to below 10. So the best time to walk is from dawn up until after Maghrib, from 2 hours, let's say 9 to 10, and then you can rest at any mawqib, so you can continue the journey the next day. But as I mentioned, you don't have to worry about accommodation, you don't have to worry about medical treatment, and even massages are provided. People are always, you know, they get surprised. Even massages, they massage the pilgrims, their feet, their back, their bodies. I mean, everything is provided. Last year they brought us inserts, the dedicated servants of Islam, and it's amazing. But we'll go to my brother Hussein Sukhni to see what else he has prepared for us. So over to you, brother Hussein. We'll be back in the studio shortly.
Thank you for those points you just made, brother Ahmed. Yes, you are correct. And on that basis, that there are millions of Zuwar here on the road to Karbala, it is our duty, not as a channel but as followers of the Ahlul Bayt, as we mentioned earlier, it is our duty to show this message to the world. It is our duty to cover every aspect of the walk. It's the duty for everyone who has a phone, everyone who has any access to social media, to the internet on the walk. It is their duty to cover the walk and preferably unite under one hashtag. Hashtag Hussein unites us. This way we are all united, and if we do start trending, inshallah, the world will begin to see who Imam Hussein truly is. Who this man is that millions of people are walking towards. Media plays an important role, brothers and sisters. It's not just, let's serve, let's walk, which alone is the most amazing thing anyone can do. It is truly a divine service, a divine act. At the same time, media and covering these things, these divine acts, is just as important. So I urge all with access to social media and on all platforms to spread the message of Imam al-Hussein, as the channel has been doing, and as many other channels have been doing, and many people have been doing on social media. People have been writing reports, people have been writing news articles, people have been tweeting, Snapchatting, Instagramming, Facebooking, everything. The more we speak about Imam al-Hussein, the further in the world it will reach, and the more is in the world it will reach. Now, the lowest estimate is there are around 400 million Shia in the world. That's 400 million Shia. That's the lowest estimate at the moment. Now, if you want to see how many of them have come for Ziyarah Arbaeen, again, if we take the lowest estimates, that way we don't exaggerate, the lowest estimate is 15 million, whereas the highest is 30 million. Like, it's a big gap, but let's take the lowest estimate, 15 million. So 15 million people in a small city. Now think about the congestion of the city. In Hajj, I believe, I think it was 2 years ago, with only 4 million people, there was a stampede and people were crushed. Whereas in Karbala, minimum 15 million people. In fact, definitely more than that. And you don't see such accidents happen. You don't see such incidences. This is a miracle of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. This is a miracle, and because this walk is a gift to Abu Abdullah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, such events would never happen. So again, it is our duty to cover these events and show the world that, these miracles do happen. And as I was mentioning in regards to the media, there's an amazing team of people here at this camp, Paul 1234, on the way from Najaf to Karbala. An amazing team of people working day and night, around the clock. Hardly any rest, hardly any time to eat, any time to drink. All in honor of Imam al-Hussein, all to serve Imam al-Hussein and show the world who Imam al-Hussein is. So in honor of the servants of Imam al-Hussein here at the channel, we've prepared a short report for you behind the scenes, an exclusive behind the scenes of the work that is being done here to cover the Masira, the march of the millions towards Imam al-Hussein. So we'll come back after this report, inshallah.
لا تلوم أدمعي لا تقل لي كفى ليتني دونه منحري نادفا فبه كربلاء تربها شرفا وحسين له قد بكى المصطفى في كل نكبة بالطفوف لنا عذاب الأرض والسماء بدم تبكي للحسين داعيا لمصاب بكربلاء الأرض والسماء بدم تبكي للحسين الأرض والسماء بدم تبكي للحسين كم بكت فاطم لابنها يا ترى وله أضلع هشمت بالعرى وكم المرتضى دمه قد جرى للحسين دم سال فوق الثرى ذكراه لم تزل في فؤادي مع الدماء
يا زوار الحسين سلام الله عليه، تعالوا لنركز على هدفنا الوحيد، وهو الدعاء لظهور الإمام المهدي المنتظر. إلهنا عجل لوليك الفرج.
وكذا المجتبى روحه بالطفوف، فابنه القاسم في ثراها يطوف، وضحى عرسه كان بين الصفوف، وغدا جسمه طعمة للسيوف، وشمعه انطفى بالدموع وبالبكاء، الأرض والسماء بدم تبكي للحسين.
Hopefully you found that behind the scenes exclusive report very insightful to bring you more of an understanding of how we work here at this camp, here at the channel. Now I urge all those who are coming from the west and walking from Najaf to Karbala to, in fact I welcome you all here at the camp, Paul 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever you do come through, please do not hesitate to come sit down so we can serve you and have a nice chat with you, inshallah. So on that note, I'd like to pass it on to Brother Ahmed back in the studio. So back to you, brother, and inshallah we will continue further down the line.
Thank you, Brother Hussein. It was nice to see the team. It was nice to see how everyone, alhamdulillah, is working together to serve Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. It's actually beautiful. Not it's because it's IHTV, but it's because such individuals, as well as the individuals on the other channels, and especially, I mean, we're broadcasting the message of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, but the people that serve the pilgrims of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, for me, I just think they have the highest hand before us. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to serve the Zawar, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala count us as one of the servants of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, for we are trying our best, as you saw right now, to serve Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Beautiful, beautiful scene from the holy shrine of Imam Hussein, Bain al-Haramain. It's amazing to see the lovers of Imam al-Hussein and the Ahl al-Bayt just flock towards these two beautiful shrines. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, it's amazing to see what's going on right now. But as I was saying, and as Brother Hussein was saying, is that when you walk from different cities to Hussein alayhi salam, you don't have to worry about accommodation, nor food, nor medication, nor body aches or headaches. For every kind of services are provided on the road to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, whether it be medical, accommodation, food, any type of services are provided. If you don't believe that, you have to come to Karbala to see what Karbala has to offer for its pilgrims and for its visitors. But when you reach Karbala, inshallah, for the people who just arrived in Najaf, when you reach Karbala in 2 days, inshallah, or a day and a half, you will have a few places or a few entrances that you can access into the city center. First, you can go, you'll see signs, the holy shrine, and you'll see arrows pointing to where you need to go. And honestly, everyone is going in one direction, so you can't be lost. It's impossible to get lost unless you go in one of the side roads. But just stay on the main road and go where the arrows tell you and follow the millions of crowds. That's basically all you need to do. So when you do get to Karbala, you can either enter from Bab al-Warij, the people coming from Hilla, people coming from Basra and other provinces, you can enter from that. Also the people who are coming from Najaf can also enter from that as well. You can enter from Al-Markaziyya as well. signs will be there. You don't have to worry about where you go or where you will sleep. Once you get to the main city, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam will ease everything for you because you have left everything for him. So as I was saying, 3 entrances. At the third entrance is Bab Baghdad, and that's where the entrance of the people coming from Baghdad and the north provinces, where they come through Baghdad and they come through Bab Baghdad. Bab Baghdad and Bab al-Walid are considered the largest gates of entrance of the pilgrims. Millions and millions. Last year I got to interview the security personnel there, the security advisors over there, and they said that approximately 9 to 13 million people enter from Bab Baghdad and another 8 million enter from Bab al-Walid. Do the calculations and you'll see what's the number. I mean, 9 to 13 and you have 8, will go to 10 and 8, 18 million just from these 2 gates. You have Markaziyya also, a lot of people come from there, and other small entrances, but the 3 main entrances are Bab Baghdad. If you keep that in mind, you want to jot that down, so when you come to Karbala you don't get lost. Bab Baghdad, Bab al-Walid and Al-Markaziyya. I know they're very hard to pronounce, but inshallah you'll get used to it when you enter Karbala. But as Brother Hussein was saying, one of the most important things during the Ziyarah and across the year, whether Ziyarah or not Ziyarah, is spreading the message of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and the Ahl Bayt. And in the Ziyarah you can use Snapchat to Snapchat your friends of what's going on with you in Karbala. Internet is accessible on the roads to Karbala. MashaAllah, the beautiful dome and the minarets of Imam Hussein alayhi salam are just beautiful. But internet, as I was saying, internet access is accessible for everyone inside on the road to Karbala. So you can use your social networks, your accounts, to spread the message of Imam al-Hussein and what's going on. Because if you become the reason, whether you know it or you don't know it, if you share a post and one individual becomes inspired through your post, through your action, through your words, and they come to Imam al-Hussein or they get grasped to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you won't know the reward until you meet the Ahl Bayt alayhim salam. It's a huge reward. Before we go to Brother Hussein Sukhni, I would like to mention one narration. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he tells Imam Ali, "Oh Ali, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides one individual through you, it is better for you than owning this entire world." So you can see the great reward that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed on the people that inspire other individuals. So we do ask you to inspire your friends to share their videos and to post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you want to use. But I would like to go back to Hussein Sukhni to see what else he has prepared for us. So over to you, Brother Hussein.
Thank you very much, Brother Ahmed. Personally, I think it is very important for us to relay the story of what is happening here, relay the image of what is happening. But this is not just so you hear it from my own voice and from my own experience. It is just as important to hear it from the experience of the Zawar of Imam al-Hussein. So here with me is a brother, in fact, from the city of Karbala. So we're going to ask him why he walked all the way went from Karbala all the way to Najaf and then walked back to Karbala, inshallah. السلام عليكم حبيبي، شلونك اخوي حبيبي؟ انت منين جاي؟ واحكي لي عن قصتك، هسه انت جاي ماشي لكربلاء ليش يعني؟
أنا من كربلاء المقدسة.
بلي.
جيت للنجف على مود أشارك بمواساة أبا عبد الله ويا زوار المشايخ، وشارك بمواساة الإمام الحسين والسيدة زينب جميعهم وأصحاب الحسين وأولاده.
So he's saying he is from Karbala and he went all the way to Najaf just to commemorate and to revive the ritual that Sayyidah Zainab started, the ritual of walking to Imam al-Hussein. And it is a duty for us to walk to Imam al-Hussein in honor of Sayyidah Zainab. زين أنت تقول لي مقيم بكربلاء، ليش ما هو من كربلاء ظلت وخدمت مثلا أو زرت الحسين قبل عليه السلام، ليش اختارت تروح تتمشى؟
احنا خلال هاي العشر ايام هم نجي نتمشى، هم نخدم في كربلاء، يعني عندنا اثنينات، نخدم مواساة للسيدة زينب ونخدم داخل كربلاء.
So he's saying that there's no one or the other. We, in these 10 days coming up to Arbaeen, we not only walk in honor of Sayyidah Zainab, but once we get to Karbala, we spend the remainder of the days coming up to Arbaeen serving the Zuwar, pouring into the city and pouring in to visit Imam al-Hussein, because it is our duty not only as the people of Karbala, those who live in the city, but as servants of the Imam to serve the Zuwar Imam al-Hussein. So we thank the Zuwar Imam, the Khaddam and the Zuwar Imam al-Hussein, and we ask Allah that we are privileged to serve amongst them, inshallah. Allah wadaykum. Tawasslun bis-salama, inshallah. Shukran jazeeran, Hajjin. At the same time, we have another Za'ir who we bumped into, Hajj Mahdi Fadlu. This Za'ir also walked from Najaf, and he's agreed to speak to us, inshallah, about his experience walking to Karbala. شلون صحتكم حجينا؟ الله يخليكم. حجينا انتم ماشيين الى كربلاء. من وين اجيتوا وليش انتم اجيتوا مشي؟ يعني ليش ما ركبتوا سياره واجيتوا مثلا مشي؟
احنا من كربلاء.
بلي.
باعتبار اهل كربلاء يعني هي مقصد المشايخ، فلا بد ان نحصل هذا الشرف. فرسم اهل كربلاء انه يروحون يزورون امير المؤمنين عليه السلام ويرجعون مشي ويا المشايخ.
Beli. So he's saying that he's also from Karbala, and as the people of Karbala welcome the Zuwar, they also leave earlier to get the opportunity to walk to Imam al-Hussein. So not only do they serve when the Zuwar come, but they get the opportunity to take part in this divine act, which is walking to Imam al-Hussein. Then حجينا انتم هم عندكم خدمة بكربلاء بعد الزيارة؟
عندنا هيئات، انا الى جهة رسمية منتسب، اقوم هم بالخدمة، ومن اطلع من الدوام هم عندنا هيئات تابعة الى اشخاص وتابعة الى المرجعية، ونقوم بالخدمة بخدمة الزائر.
He's saying not only does he serve in the shrine and serve welcoming the Zuwar Imam al-Hussein, he also serves in hayat and mawakib in Karbala itself, welcoming the Zuwar, and these mawakib are directed by the Marja'iyya and advised by the Marja'iyya. So we thank the Marja'iyya, may Allah prolong their lives, and we thank the Khaddam Imam al-Hussein, and we thank the Zuwar Imam al-Hussein. Inshallah توصلون بالسلامة. Allah خليكم مأجورين إن شاء الله، وإن شاء الله صحة وسلامة إن شاء الله. الله يهديكم. On that note, I would like to thank the Zuwar and the Khaddam, and thank you, Brother Ahmed, for your insights on what is happening on the ground there in Karbala itself. I'd like to thank the viewers as well from my end. Inshallah, tomorrow, same time, stay tuned. We will see you again, inshallah. Thank you very much, Brother Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Brother Hussein Sukhni. It was an honor to see what you have provided for us, what you've gathered from reports or from the atmosphere to the Holy Shrine of Hussein alayhi salam. We do apologize for the noises coming from the outside, but the lovers of Imam al-Hussein in millions have entered Karbala, and they are commemorating the Arbaeen of Imam al-Hussein near his blessed holy shrine. Before we conclude, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability, and may He count us amongst the pilgrims of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, for the sake of Rabab, for the sake of Layla, for the sake of Lady Zainab alayhi salam. And honestly, it's an honor to be serving Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Lastly, I would like to thank you very much for tuning in, and don't forget to join us or join Brother Hussein Sukhni and my dear good friend and brother Sheikh Muntadhar al-Karbala'i, who will be on air at 7 o'clock p.m. Karbala time. So don't forget to join them in their talk show. And don't forget to join me, your host Ahmed Ali, and a special guest for tonight. You'll get to know him, inshallah, at 11 p.m. Karbala time. So until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
شفين أدير العين أدير العين على جروحي ارتفع